Welcome, guys, and I was gonna say welcome back. Welcome to a brand new series that I'm gonna be doing, hopefully on this channel. Um, just breaking down like individual moments and um, individual moments and maps and stuff like that. That basically made an impact on the game. And I'm gonna be talking the good points, bad points, of how the teams played it, etc. And hopefully you can learn a thing or two while you are while you're watching it. So yeah, it's only going to be a short video. It's not going to be too long, probably around about 15 minutes. So not too much attention span needed. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first episode's gonna be between New York Subliners and and Vegas Legion. In this situation, Vegas was up, as you can see, by quite a bit actually. Going into this P2, New York did gain some of the time back, and a lot of people were saying, well, a lot of people and the desk mainly was saying that they just wanted to see Vegas chalk this hill and just set up for the new hill. And I'm going to talk about why that wasn't necessarily the play that they should have made, and why this play that have actually hit in order was the right play. And also where it actually went wrong for them in this hard point, and where they could have gone a little bit better, and why rotating necessarily is on this game is super important. But if you're rotating late, then you're just going to put yourself in a blender. So yeah, we'll talk about a little bit like that too. So yeah, we're just going to start off right here with just on this rotation to new. So again, the first time that people complained about them not rotating right here. Now you can see that 7 hits 2 in this scrap. He gets this time, so let's just play it out a little bit. So 7 hits 2 on the scrap. Okay, so they get this time. So now this is why this is good time. You can see New York are stuck on 61. Okay, by the time that this scrap comes in, Vegas are going to be on 210. Round about 210, 208. Okay. Now they've kept that gap to about a 50 point lead. That's a good lead to have, because you're causing New York to, how do I put it? You're causing New York to panic in certain situations. Um, this right here was the right play to do. He hit the scrap for 20 seconds. Although he hit the scraps for 20 seconds, his team is still in a very good spot. You can see right here, you have 5 on the rotation, you have 6 already rotated. So 6 is rotated, 5 is on the rotation. He gets the new kill too. Okay, what you're going to see right here is you're going to see attach, bump Standy into top mid, right here, and what I mean by bumping is basically attach is going to take Standy's position on the front of the hill, while Standy goes and gets another position, a more aggressive position or a more needed position. That's what I mean by bumping, and you're going to see that if we let it play out a little bit, happen right here. Now coming up is the first mistake that Vegas are going to make. Not even Vegas themselves, attach mainly. So you can see that this guy gets pinched in the back. So they don't have this back control anymore. And this is what this is the attach's first mistake. He worries about his back before he worries about top. Now, this gap between Standy and attach is far, far, far too big. Standy is in the position he wants to be in, but he is no longer tradable because of the situation attach has put him in. What attach should have done is closed this gap on the rotation and played somewhere around here. If he plays somewhere around here on the rotation in this box right here, then Vegas win this hill and probably win the map. I'm not going to lie to you. Because you can see right here, Standy gets 1, which is 4, and then he gets another one. He absolutely incinerates Hydra. Now, if we pause it right here, you can see if attach is anywhere close right here, he's giving himself an advantage gunfight versus Sib. He knows where Sib's coming from. Sib has to come through the door. Attach can lay down. He can play the corner. He can lay down in the stairs. He can do anything as long as he wins that gunfight. Now attach, you can see he's positioned himself badly. He stayed on the stairs. He's focused about his behind more than his top mid. Now on this hill, it doesn't matter what sides you have, as long as you have top mid control. If you have top mid control, you are in a very good spot to hold this hill. Now, as you can see, what's going to happen right here, if we let it play out a little bit more, now Itachi is going to try and fight for that top mid, realize that Sib's already taken an aggressive position on him, and now he realizes that he's getting pinched from both sides. He's getting pinched from the mid, he's getting pinched from Ali as well. So he's going to try and take this Ali fight. He doesn't check the corner fully, gives himself COD timing, bad timing, in this sense, and Kismet kills him in the side. In this situation, Attach kind of trolled his team. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, you can see, if we just play it out, New York actually do well of just getting the trades. Sib does a really good job of doing exactly what I was just saying by playing the close angle right here. By playing the close angle and just jiggling between the hill and top mid, trying to take that gunfight if anyone decides to push close. Now if we just let it play on again, a little bit more. Now Sib waits until Hydra is top mid and can actually get top mid control before he does anything. Now I like this play by Sib. He's aggressive. He takes the initiative of just pushing out the front of the time and killing this guy in the contest, because he knows even if he kills that guy and dies, Kismet and Hydra are both in positions where they can pick up the hill. You can see Hydra flanks top mid, kills Purge in the back, Kismet kills Standy on the flank, and then Hydra's going to re-pinch this guy off the time. Now, this is where Vega's second mistake comes in, and this is where what I was talking about previously is in rotating late can put you in the blender, absolute blender. Now you can see New York right here are in such a good spot because they've just gone 4 dead on the rotation. 30 seconds left. It's not a time you want to be really going 4 dead. They've just gone 4 dead. Now New York have complete control of the map. Now this is where this right here is where Vegas, instead of rotating, which is what they do, and they get isolated, every single gunfight gets isolated, and New York do really well in rotation and picking up the kills. What they should have done was all fight for this old time. If they all fought for this old time, they would have had the hill control. So they would have had the hill control. They probably would have broke with 25 seconds left on the clock. That's stopping New York getting within equal territory to them. As you can see, so New York would be what, around about 180, and Vegas will be what, 133, 132, round about there. So again, Vegas going into the P4 are still in a very good spot at that point if they do fight for this scrap time. But what they do instead, and we'll let it play out, is they get they try and rotate too late. Now you can see New York are just in such a good spot on this rotation to the point where they've already got them all cut, and they've just give free 30 seconds to New York. Kismet then reflanks top because he has top control, and now New York are in a prime spot to close out this map, and have the rotation to P4, which is exactly what they do. Now I do have to shout out Hydra on this play. He does really well with just staying alive. If Hydra dies here, then the game probably a little bit closer in terms of things, but you can see Hydra just gets a 3-piece on the rotation again, and and slows down the push for Vegas. As you can see, gets the kill on Nero too, and gets traded out by Purge. But that's it, they're already 3 dead off the rotation. That's another 15 seconds gone before they can even hit the hill. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewind it, and I'm going to explain what they should have done in this situation. So I'm going to rewind it back to the 30 seconds to this point right here. Now, so you can see 35 seconds, okay? 35 seconds is too late to rotate, like I was explaining earlier. What they should have done is they should have all wrapped. They should have got top mid control. They should have got the front hill control right here. Okay, they pinch the guys in the hill, and they get this scrap time. Like I said, 25 seconds. It puts them in a decent spot for the rest of the map. Now, what you can do when you do have this control is you isolate New York on the P4 time. So basically, they are basically in a 4v2 trying to hold P4, because what will happen is you break this spawn right. So you break this hill right here. Once you break this hill, you have all of top mid control. So you have all of this control once by breaking it. You have all the back control as well, so you can push through the back and get all the back control. So at that point, you are funneling New York off spawn through a tiny little tunnel, or through top, or they have to re-break through top mid where your numbers are. So again, there's a chance that they keep going dead. Now, if they do that, and you can see in a second once we play it on, you can see that how isolated 4 and 2 would have been. So you can see right here. So okay, they break this scrap time right here. This is round about the time that they would break it. You can see how isolated they are. One's on 6 stairs, one's in P4. If you have all this back control right here, and you have top mid control, then this right here, this hold, is a completely different story, because New York are spawning where 7's spawning right now. You're blocking the top mid spawn, you're blocking the alley spawn, they're all going to spawn right there. So that's what Vegas should have done in this situation. They should, like I said, they should have broke through. They should have broke through the scrap. They didn't. They allowed New York just to be able to have all the power spots on the rotation. They decide to break through the O too late. So look, they decide to kill Hydra on O too late. 9 seconds left. So at this point, it's an even game. Hydra gets 3 on the rotation. If we just fast forward it a little bit, and you can see again another one. It's 40 seconds left, and they've just gone 4 dead. New York are in a very good spot. Hydra does well of playing his life and just playing his 1 kill. And they re-flooding the zig stairs, while the rest of his teammates are hitting the back. And then Sib does fucking amazingly and somehow gets a 4-piece right here. So that's again another fucking 27 seconds from New York, just off solo plays right there. Now this play I want to shout out, and not many people will make this play. This is such a good heads up play from Hydra. Is you can see him, he's just spawned up right here. Now his team still wins off this time, so you can see 229. There's 2-2 left on the clock. Okay, in this situation, his team still wins. He's basically turned around in his head and gone, okay, I'm going to trust my teammates to try and hold that. If they do hold that, great, we win off that time. If we get broke, at least we have the P5 to fall back on. And now that's exactly kind of what happened. Vegas do enough to try and break New York, to try and stagger them. Sorry, so they don't actually win off this time. And then Hydra obviously has the rotation with Skies, and then the rest of his team spawns on top mid and is able to flood through the time, and New York do end up going to close out the map. Now I'm going to bring up a third mistake that Vegas make right here, is the fact that they do not all chal for this old time. They even though 7 spawns bottom mid, I'm pretty sure he spawns bottom mid in this situation. I think, yeah, he spawns bottom garage. Even if you spawn bottom garage, you have to go and get that time. At this point, it is too late to rotate. You break the 16 seconds. You stop New York getting so close to winning, and you have to then break the new. You've got a little bit more time, 15 seconds left to break it, and then you can break it as a team. But instead, it's so staggered, so split. So you can see 6 and 7 both die on the rotation, while 8 and 5 are trying to contest contest hold. Sorry, it's not going to work. Good teams are going to punish you for not being on the same page, and New York do that perfectly. So yeah, there you go. There's the 3 mistakes that was made in this map for Vegas, and very small mistakes as well that definitely can be worked on. And if it was a different day, or different situations, then they probably win this map. I'm not gonna lie to you. So obviously the first mistake was Attach and Standy being too far away from each other on the rotation. Attach should have been closer to Standy, so Standy's more tradable in that situation. The second mistake was them rotating too late to the P4 hill instead of just breaking through the scrap. That was their second mistake, and then the third mistake was very similar to the second mistake, where they should have just bullied the old time, gave themselves a little bit more time on the rotation to try and win it. Instead, they don't. They give themselves pretty much no time. They get caught in between two different things where they're trying to rotate and one's trying to fight for the scrap, and then they get neither. But yeah, little small mistakes that they can definitely work on. Hopefully we're going to see a little bit more from Vegas. Their S&D is looking pretty good. Their hard point's looking a bit shaky, but you can see that they can still compete. And you can see that they're actually not playing the map too bad. Bearing in mind, 1, 2, 3 of them have all gone negative. Obviously Nero's gone super sane right here, but yeah, 3 of them gone negative, and the map's still pretty close, and it's a map that they should have definitely won. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, retweet it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing different ones of these for different maps, different teams in the coming future for all different modes. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, let me know. And thank you and peace.